welcome to Cooking with Monster, the show where we, cook with Monster. I'm happy to introduce my good friend Pierre here. Where are you from again?
Good day, mate. From Australia.
From Australia? You guys cook with Monster in Australia?
Every day.
All right, we've brought on some fantastic help for today. So today we're going to be making Monster bread and Monster jelly.
Some of my favorite classics.
All right, let's get started.
All right. All right, mate. We got most of our stuff together.
Cool. Let's, I guess we just dump. Well, we should probably figure out what order it goes in.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Preheat oven to 375. Let's do that.
All right. Mate, your American ovens are different than ours.
Let's see. We need to mix dry ingredients. Mix the dry ingredients. So 3 cups of flour. So you got the flour. We need 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Baking powder. How many teaspoons? Teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. Isn't 3 teaspoons a tablespoon?
2.
No. Teaspoon is 5 milliliters. A tablespoon is 15. So 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon.
Good to know. Make sure you have 3 cups of flour.
The more you know. We mix these all together, so we put those here.
Center.
In the center.
All right.
Let's see what else we need. So we got the potatoes, this stuff, baking powder, we got the flour, teaspoon of salt. So grab the salt, you get the salt, with a cup of sugar.
Pretty salt, mate. Just sprinkle a little bit in.
And sugar in the raw, we do a half cup, quarter cup of sugar. Quarter cup. That's closer to a half, but that's fine.
Just add flavor. Make it better.
That'll make it good.
Make it pretty.
And dry ingredients and the monster. So we're going to add
the monster.
Let's grab. You want the regular monster or the heavy metal monster?
Heavy metal,
Heavy
mate.
metal. And we need 12 ounces.
12 ounces.
How much is 12 ounces? Like a cup and a half or something?
A cup and a half.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of this.
I'm guessing that, maybe?
A little bit more. There.
That? Let's do that. That'll look good. That's a good green.
That's a
really
good
nice
green.
green.
That'll make our bread look very nice.
And just to make sure that we get enough green in there, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of green to get a nice light green for an original monster look.
Smells good, mate, already?
Yeah. All right. So then I guess we'll just mix this thing. The butter. Butter says dry ingredients. So mix dry ingredients. So we'll mix the dry ingredients. I don't know if you want to show that to the camera. You've never been on a cooking show before. And then we need to pour melted butter over the mixture. Wait, what? Pour melted butter over the mixture. Okay, so we need a half a cup of melted butter. So we've got some regular butter, like normal people butter, and then we got some Earth Balance natural butter spread, which we'll grab some of that. It's got a good aroma to it. How's that
It
come?
does smell good. It's a little thicker than normal. Probably because of the monster. That's okay.
Alright, so then we'll mix those together, and I'll start melting the butter, and then we pour that over the mixer. So I would put that in there.
Put it in there.
Yeah, I would put that in there. So you gotta put that in there.
Okay. All right. So
I can
just take your bread, just roll it right into your bread dish, just like that.
And
we have yeast.
that looks like the making. Oh yeah, we were supposed to add yeast.
Yeah, we need that.
Probably should add yeast.
All right. So if you do this, just put it back into the bowl.
Well, we could have mixed it in there. It's fine.
To make sure that you mix it in nice and even.
We want a teaspoon of yeast.
Yeah.
Teaspoon or 2.
Just one.
Teaspoon and a half. A teaspoon of yeast. Let's
Yeah.
get little guys in there.
There you go.
Probably do it.
You want to make sure you add the yeast. If not, then your bread is just going to be a big old chunk of
Unrisen brick. Hardtack.
Yeah, monster hardtack.
I see
American tack.
I see a forthcoming episode. So then he'll pick that up, and
Alright.
I'm gonna go melt this butter. I guess we'll do How long do you melt butter for? I guess just till it melts. So just,
Alright, mate, so there's the melted butter.
and we just pour it on top, I guess?
Yep.
Let me make sure, because I've never done butter you just pour on top. Pour melted butter over mixture.
That's our mixture. Pour the butter on top of it.
It looks gross. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like,
That's
and then we bake for an hour.
for an hour.
Why did we add yeast if we don't give it time to rise?
You Americans can't wait for anything.
Okay, we're gonna bake it for an hour. Remove pan and cool for the last 15 minutes. All right, we'll grab this in here.
Alright, so just place your concoction into the oven.
All right, the next thing we're making is some jelly for on top of this bread. We're going to go back out to the homepage, we're going to go to our notes, we're going to go to our monster jelly recipe. We need 3 cups of monster. 3 cups, so go ahead and pour that in there. How much do we end up with? Because I don't think we're going to get 3 cups. Just pour it all in, I think.
It's gonna be
Oh, that's gonna be real close.
That's close enough.
That's not bad.
That's not
Okay,
bad.
so we've got 3 cups of monster, 2 ounces of pectane. So we've got our pectane right here, and 5 cups of sugar. 5 cups of sugar? Jelly is really bad for you. How much sugar is in that? I don't know if we need that much sugar.
We're not going to need that much sugar. There's 22 grams of sugar in this per serving.
And there's what?
8 ounces.
8 servings in that?
8 ounces. So that's
32 ounces. It's a 32 ounces.
Well, we just put 3 cups, which is
2 servings. No, more than that.
3 servings.
That's a lot. That's 24 ounces of monster.
That's 3 servings.
3 servings.
66 grams.
66 grams.
Of
So how many grams are in a cup? I don't know if we know that. We should look at it. Do you know how many grams are in a cup?
Well, if you guessed it, there's 1/2 cup of sugar for 66 grams of sugar from our monster. That puts
That means we need over 4 cups of sugar.
4 3/4 cups of sugar.
I'm thinking we should do like a cup, maybe?
Maybe
Maybe half a cup?
I would say 1/2 cup.
Let's do a half a cup.
So we're just going to alter it. That's okay, mate. Originality points helps for creating original
Just pour some of that. Just pour some of that.
Yeah, we're just gonna
straight in.
All right.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, sugar.
Oh, look at it. Okay.
That is why you don't pour 5 cups of sugar into this, mate.
Wow.
Your entire house in the basement
We're covered in monsters.
covered in monsters.
That was a bit scary. I wasn't sure if that's going to keep going. And then we need 2 ounces of pectane.
2 ounces.
How much is 2 ounces? Do you know how much 2 ounces is?
This is another good question.
So if 66 ounces is half a cup, 2 ounces
Would be
a lot less than half a cup. So we're going to do this in there, about half a cup. This cup's kind of wet, so...
a little bit of
And then-
thick, so just add a little extra.
And then we just pour that in.
Pour it in.
Do we have directions for what to do next? A lot of that stuff. I'm going to pour a little bit more directly in. Then I'm going to guess we're going to mix it. I would just do jelly recipe. That's looking good. So then we'll just, I'm thinking we just mix
I
it.
would say yes, we'll definitely just mix.
I'm going to use the bread mixer. Is there any objection to that?
Be my guest, mate.
I'm gonna mix that. Cool. All right.
And we have to bring it to a boil, so make sure that you bring your monster to a boil. So we're going to call this vigorously, so in 1 minute, we're going to take this off and test it with our ice water.
So a little known trick that you may or may not know, if you're making jelly, if you keep your metal spoon in a glass of ice water, then when the jelly's, after it's done boiling vigorously, you can actually take the jelly on your spoon, and if it solidifies to a nice room temperature at that, then you know that your jelly's done. If not, you need to add more pectin. So we're gonna set this spoon in our cold water for a minute. We're gonna take our ice spoon, we're gonna do a scoop of the jelly, and then you let that sit at room temperature, and it's supposed to solidify. I'm personally not thinking that's gonna solidify.
What's the ice water for, mate?
The ice water
It's to cool the
is to cool the spoon.
Hey, it is starting to thicken up a bit.
Is it?
It is.
I can a little bit tell.
Just on the edges, you can see it's going to be very foamy. It's going to be very foamy, mate. So,
It looks got the consistency of like cough syrup.
that's good. Good analogy.
Okay, that's bad. It's not gonna. I think we might need a little more pectin.
Okay.
And boys, that's sweet. Whew. Oh man, that's some really sweet monster.
That is the sugariest monster I've ever had. But it's good. It's just going to need a little bit more of the pectin, and we should have jelly.
Yeah, I'm gonna pour a sprinkle around on.
So after your monster jelly's been cooking for a while, it'll begin to foam like this. You just want to make sure you keep stirring nicely, or else it'll boil all over, and once again, house will be covered with monster.
That looks really good.
It did turn out very well made. I'm very pleased with it.
The crust is fantastic. The butter seems to have seeped through. The color is perfect.
Wonderful.
You, sir, are a genius. All the way from Australia. Thank you so much.
Sir. Thank you.
So much for coming. I'll let you. Honors are yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank
All right,
you.
go ahead and slice this up. I'm gonna grab the jelly. We'll see how that turned out.
Just perfect, crisp. And then you can see how the monster has colored it slightly green. Wonderful, wonderful.
This would be a fabulous St. Patrick's Day item. Not that you guys celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Well, not that St. Patrick's Day is all that American either, but I lived in Chicago for a while, and it's a pretty big deal. So
It's an Irish holiday, isn't it?
it is an Irish holiday.
All right.
Take a boom. This jelly is fantastic.
The bread. Wonderful, fresh bread smell. You have a slight bit of green apple or something to it. This is very good.
This jelly's a little thick. It's a little more like
we did try to speed up the process. We put it into the freezer to try to make it solidify a little faster. So I reckon that it may have turned into Jello.
Reckon? I didn't know you chaps used reckon.
I'm trying to speak in your language, mate.
Oh, gotcha. So you go ahead, spread that on there. Oh, that's actually melting on really nice.
It does melt on very nicely.
That's beautiful.
All right, mate. Looks very
Oh, goodness. That's amazing looking.
good. Very good. Wonderful. We'll top it off with our monster.
Of course, absolutely. It's not fizzed very much anymore. All right, this looks fantastic. Let me grab my forks. You go and get this nice dessert.
Very good. Very good.
You can taste the monster. I was not too sure if you could taste it. But
No.
you can actually taste it.
You definitely can taste the monster. And then the jelly, it's definitely turned out very good. It melts onto the bread in a perfect spread.
Well, that's going to do it. Now, if you could grab the ceremonial band here, and we're going to add the next monster tab. So this is 207. 207
Very
monsters.
well done, mate. That is impressive.
Thank you for that. Pierre, thank you so much for joining us today. And
Thank you very much,
Have
mate.
a safe trip back.
All right.
And that's going to be it for another episode. Actually, this is the premiere episode. For the premiere episode of Cooking with Monster. Thanks for joining us.